Chelsea's final Club World Cup opponent has been decided this morning, so I thought it'd be the perfect time to preview the upcoming tournament and then talk about some familiar faces that we could face and some former Blues. A quick one before we get started. The aim is to get 100 subscribers before my next video and 50 likes on this video, so if you enjoy it, hit the like button. It helps the channel out massively. And with the intro out of the way, let's get into it. So here's our group opponents: Los Angeles, Flamengo and Tunis. Los Angeles beat Club America this morning to get into the tournament, and as you can see, the tournament starts in just over 2 weeks. I'll be honest, I knew nothing about Tunis before this video, so I had to do a Google search, and this is what I found out. The most decorated club in Tunisia, and they won the league last year. That's all I've got. If you've got any more information, get in the comment section and let me know. I'm sorry that I'm so basic on that, but yeah, that's all I know, and let's just move on. So with that out of the way, let's have a look at the other two teams. And here we have it, Los Angeles. Hugo Lloris never obviously played for us, but I always remember him standing there helplessly in goal and watching the ball fly into the net. So I'm hoping when we face them, he does that again, and I can laugh and smile about Hugo Lloris just watching the ball fly into the net, because I don't rate him as a goalkeeper. I never did rate him, and I don't know why he got so highly rated, because he was for me he was a very bad goalkeeper, and obviously I'm going to say that as a Chelsea fan watching a Tottenham goalkeeper, but yeah, I think he was terrible. And then Giroud, he joined us from Arsenal, and it's always hard for an Arsenal player to join and be loved, but I think he left definitely being loved. He won the fan base over with his quality and his he just relatable, and that Europa League win when he was celebrating on the bus, and just just putting that little bit of twist on putting a dagger in the Arsenal fans after playing so well. Solo goal against Southampton is in my memory, and then that Champions League overhead kick against Atletico away. He definitely did his part. I think he won the FA Cup with us, the Champions League, the Europa League. So he left with a good legacy. And as I say, he came from Arsenal, and he's somebody that we love as a fan base, and that's hard to do when you do join from Arsenal. Um, so I'm excited to see him play against us. Hope he doesn't score, obviously, but it'll be good to see the reception he gets from the fans. And then next we've got Flamengo, and the manager is Luis, and in his first 6 months, he won 3 trophies with them, which is a surprise to me when I was doing my homework on him. He's still only 39 years old, and yeah, to have 3 trophies with them, it'll be good for him to return. He joined Chelsea when we was up there. We was winning trophies, and not trophies, Premier League trophies. Um, and it was a bit of a shame how he joined, he didn't play, and he left, because I think he was a very, very good player that we could have utilised a lot better. Mourinho being Mourinho, he had his set kind of team, and sadly Philip Luis couldn't push himself into that. But it'll be good to see how he gets on in his managerial career over the next few years. And I was happy that he did leave, and he didn't stick around and just watch around on the bench. It was probably a good move that he did actually leave and kick on in his career, because he was too good of a footballer to be sat around on a bench. And then we've got Jorginho, that yes went to Arsenal, and I'm sure a few Chelsea fans are a bit, oh, he went to Arsenal, and I'm not one of them fans. It's what he did with Chelsea was great, and I won't badmouth him. He won the Champions League with us, he won the Europa League with us, he won the Club World Cup with us, and he won the Super Cup with us. So yeah, he helped us win these trophies that got us so we can play in this cup tournament. He helped us win that Club World Cup. We've won it all. Chant, it was down to him, and there's only a few players that are still in the squad. There's Reece James that's still in the squad that won the Champions League. There's Chalobah that won the Super Cup with him, with James. There isn't many players that was in that squad that are still around. So Jorginho is one of them players that are returning, like Giroud, that that helped us win that Champions League, that helped us to be in this tournament. So there's respect from me that it's I'll be happy to see him, and I hope he gets a good reception when the match is over, and hopefully we've won. That he goes over to the Chelsea section, and the Chelsea section give him a round of applause because he did well. He did well. He was a bit of a Marmite player, if I can say. Like a lot of fans loved him, and a lot of fans was a bit meh about him. I had my moments where I loved him, and I had my moments where he frustrated me. Um, I think the play in the back three really helped him because it helped cover up a bit of his flaws. Because once you turned him and the transition from midfield in defence, it was putting a lot on on Kante's knees to keep up with all this, and try and cut out all them dangers. Because when you turned Jorginho, the pace to get back wasn't that great. But anyway, I don't want to finish on a bad note, because he did help us, and he was a very good player. With when you had the ball, he was very good, and he kept the ball ticking. He always knew how to keep the ball and control the game. And as he arrived in Sarri ball, and the role that they gave him, um, will live fondly in my memories. But anyway, let's jump onto a few bit of the details of the Club World Cup, what I think are interesting and I think you should know about. So yeah, the maximum squad size is 35 players, which is big, because usually it's 25 or 26 man squad. So we've got an extra 9 players. So that could be a few more academy players that join, but it could be a few players that are returned off loan that could join in the squad. The likes of Mike Penders, Andre Santos, Paez, Liam Delap. Liam Delap probably be signed before we have to pick the squad, which will have to be picked on the 10th of June. I think that's the provisional squad, which can be actually up to 50 players. Then it has to be trimmed down to a maximum of 35, minimum of 26. So there's leeway of getting some players into the squad. Estavo can't play in it. He'll be playing in it for Palmeiras, but it'll be good to watch him in the tournament. But there'll be a few players that are returning from loan that could actually be involved. I don't think the likes of Disasi and Raheem Sterling and Ben Chilwell will be in the squad, but potentially, who knows? Because Renato Vega could be in the squad. We've only got Mark Cucurella at left back. Well, we've been playing Gusto out there a few times, but yeah, these are the players that could be involved. And next up is the tournament. The tournament duration is a month long, which is a big long tournament, and the final is on the 13th of July, and so it is a long tournament. Um, so there's a lot of football to be played. It could be 3 games, to be honest. We could not get out the group stages, but with the 3 teams that we have got, I think we should get out the group stages, and that isn't me being cocky, but it's like the Conference League, the opposition, they've got some quality about them, because you don't get into a tournament like this to by not doing something well in the world. So there'll be hard competition, but the squad that we've got, and the last 2 games that we've had in the season, and getting over the line, beating Nottingham Forest, and actually winning a final, I feel like the squad's I'm more confident myself in the squad, that we've got the mentality to beat these teams, and hopefully progress further into the tournament. I do expect that the tournament will be won by a European side. I think the sides in Europe have got the money. The squad depth is way bigger than the other sides, and I'll be surprised if 3 out of the 4 teams isn't European in the last 4, and I'll be surprised if it wasn't a European team that won it. I'm not going to say Chelsea are going to win it, because there's a lot of football to be played, but Yeah, and then the knockout stages that start on the 28th of June, so around 2 weeks after the tournament starts, we will be playing our knockout stages. Who knows we'll be playing? And then pre-season, question mark. How long this tournament lasts will probably decide who and when we play the pre-season matches. I'm sure we've decided on who we face, and I'm sure we're just not locked in and told everybody when they'll be, because if we get knocked out of the group stages, then maybe the break of the players is 2 weeks after that, and then we're back into playing pre-season much earlier. But if we get progress in the tournament, maybe we have a 2 week break, and then then our pre-season doesn't fixtures don't start until the back end of July. So that's probably why we've not locked into any confirmed dates, but I'm sure it's because of this. Um, but this is the end of my match preview. So I will finish up here. Thank you for watching. This is my second video, and it's hopefully a little bit better. I know it's not perfect, and I know I'm not really looking at the camera, and this is hopefully a lot better. I've tried to do it all in one take instead of cutting it up and doing like 200 videos and chopping it up and editing it and it looking terrible. I've tried to keep it smooth, and whatever I say, and just keep it as that. Yeah, if you liked it, hit the like button. Let's try and get to 50 and trying to get me to 100 subscribers. It'd be good to get triple digits, and yeah, let's see where this journey takes us. I'll do another preview closer to the day and do a squad that I think we should pick, and maybe reacting to the squad that we've picked, and do a bit more homework on the teams that we've got, because I know it's very basic what I've done, and I just wanted to focus on the players that we've had in our squad and we know about, then focusing on others. There's other players that I was going to mention like Alexandro, but he didn't actually join us for Juventus. The OGs remember the transfer rumours of that. But anyway, I want to stop waffling on. Thank you for joining, and bye bye.